Another thing you can do with Tag Manager is allow you to track particular links or things like that that have been clicked. So say for example you wanted to track one of the links in your menu, you can track that within Tag Manager, so then that appears in GA4 as well. So just as an example, you can see here I'm still in the Tag Assessment preview. If I click on Private Tours, I want to track the Private Tours link being tracked. So you can see here I was on, if I go back to the home page, just so you can see it happening here in real time, I'm on the home page here, click on Private Tours, you can see I clicked a link. If I look at the link, I can see here that it was the Private Tours and there is the URL. So we have here click text and click URL. So if I go into Tag Manager, let's bring this over to a new window. I'm going to click on New. I'm going to click on Tag Configuration and now select a GA4 event. And then I'm going to give the event name. It could be anything that you want to. So I'm going to call this private underscore tours. I'm now going to create two event parameters. So I'm going to click on Add Row. I'm going to add two. I want to have one for the click text and click URL. So I'm going to just type in here link underscore text and link underscore URL. Then in the value, I'm going to select click text and then select click URL. So that is now going to allow anyone being tracked for the Private Tours page on those particular things. It's going to track the text that you can see here, the text, click text and a click URL. But we need to then just make Google Notes for that particular page. So we're going to start use a trigger. So I'm going to click on trigger. And we want it to be on a specific page. So I'm going to click new trigger configuration, page view. Some pages, I'm going to have it that the URL, in fact, we're going to have it as a page URL contains, and I'm going to go to the Private Tours, has this, contains that. So it's going to have, in fact, if I take that away, it has Private Tours. So the page URL contains Private Tours. So it's all going to track if someone clicks on that. I'll click Save. I'll make this page view Private Tours. Click Save. So we're going to trigger and pull in the text or the URL if someone lands on this page using the GA4 event. So I'm going to click Save on this and I'm going to put in GA4 event Private Tours. Hit Save. Oh, and then under configuration tag, you actually need to select the GA4 configuration as well to make this work. I'm going to click Save. And that's now going to track that event on that particular page for that being triggered. So now you can do one for example, for the thank you page. So we have a thank you page, which we can do similar. For this is the thank you page for people who actually submit a booking inquiry. So if I just do a search for the page so I can find where that is. So thank you for inquiry. You could do signing up and general inquiry, but I'm just going to do it for the booking inquiries for the custom tours. So I'm just going to take, so that's the URL we want. So again, in here, I can select new, GA4 event. This time I'll select my GA4 configuration. I'm going to call this custom tour inquiry. So for this one, rather than link text, I'm going to click a row and I'm going to add this as page underscore view. I'm going to have a value of a page view, so or page URL. I'm going to have that. And then under triggering, I'm going to add in a new trigger, a page view, some pages, this will be a page URL contains, and I'm going to take the thank you for your inquiry part, add that in there, hit save. Thanks for the inquiry, just to give it a name. So you can see here, I've now got the GA4 event on page view, page URL for that particular page. I'm going to click save. In fact, what I'm going to do is go back into that and rename it. So that's a thank you for your inquiry. So let's put GA4 event, custom tour inquiry. So you can use GA4, Tag Manager to create new events to track, which will then appear in GA4. So you can have more information on particular aspects, a bit like a Facebook pixel where you can track different pages, etc. You can do that within Tag Manager. That's the beauty of Tag Manager. You can create all these different events, create different triggers, which will then all get tracked in Google Analytics and GA4. You can do this for Universal Analytics as well, but for this demo we're obviously showing you how to do that for GA4. So that's how you can create custom events and tracking events within Tag Manager, which will then get added to GA4.